Hey everybody, how are we all today? It's Thursday already. Can you believe it? Hello, Kay. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you for offering to be my guest for today.
You're most welcome, Lucia.
Thank you. So we are on live. So hello out there. We are going live in Resilient Female Leaders. So I guess today is about the fact that style, health and wellness is like I'm the stylist and I help people maybe with their emotions and the connection to clothing, etc., etc. But when it comes to operating a business and, the business tech support, that's when people like Kay come into bring their expertise to us and help and support business women all over the Sunshine Coast, which is where she lives. She actually lives in Maleny, but she supports everyone up and down the sunny coast. So thank you for being here, Kay. I'd like you now to probably just tell us a little bit about yourself, more about yourself and what you maybe what your passions are, what you like to do, that type of thing, and then we'll have a few more questions for you in a moment.
Sure. Well, obviously, thanks, Lucy. My passion is actually social media, and because it's all online, I actually do worldwide.
Yep.
Not just the sunny coast. I will actually get in my car and drive at this point to Brisbane. And if anybody would like to fly me anywhere, I'll go there too. But for now, I'll just have to go with Brisbane. Look, I have lots of passions. I'm an artist. I guess I love anything that's to do with your home. I sew. I don't like cooking. I guess I lost that passion a very long time ago, but art's a big one for me. Friendships is another one. That personal interconnection, I think, is really, really important, and especially for women. And I'm very pro-women. Something that you probably don't know is that my mum in New Zealand, yes, I know, I'm across the ditch and I'm a Kiwi, she started up one of the first halfway houses in Auckland for women. So I'm very anything to support women, I like to do. Obviously, I'm not very good and I'm a bit of a scaredy cat when it comes to anything to do with violence. So I can't help in that way, but I certainly can help women get back on their feet from a business perspective.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it's lovely. And I love, your painting, Kay, because it's that part of you that, you get that energetic creativity and get that out. So it's perfect. So you're a mother and you have grown children, and I have many friends that live over the ditch and have come from there, as you well know. So I think New Zealand is almost connected to Australia in some ways. We're very, very close as two countries. So yeah, we won't hold it against you, my love.
I actually have a daughter that lives in Auckland now and was born in Australia. And I've tried to, she's about to turn 24. And I've kind of said to her, oh, honey, do you think you'll ever come back here? And she said, sorry, Mum, I found my people. And I've gone, push off, they're my people, you're Australian. So yeah, we're one and the same. I don't think there's very much difference. And just look at Anzacs and how well we go together.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's absolutely right. So tell us a little bit about your business. So you help in social media. So you're a LinkedIn specialist. So tell us in more detail.
I have a whole lot of hats, I guess, in regards to social media. I'm a ASBAS advisor, which is the Australian Small Business Advisory Service. That is an advice service only. It's not a doing. I'm a mentoring for growth advisor, and I run a business called Dash Social. And predominantly we sit, because social media, as we all know, is so mind-blowing, and there is so much to learn, and there's new people coming into it and new players all the time. I've decided that where I personally like to sit from a business perspective is LinkedIn. And so I've gone through, and when I go through and show you my profile, you'll see how I've gone and I've studied and studied and studied LinkedIn. Not to mention I'm a fully qualified digital social media consultant, and I'm halfway through my degree. I know I shouldn't be doing a degree at this age, but I'm halfway through a degree in marketing and communication.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So you're at that, what do they call people like us, the University of the Third Age or something, isn't it? So something
Right.
like that.
Where you were younger, you start university because you're looking for a career. Whereas now we have our careers, and so now we're looking for that little bit of extra, more out of an interest. I'm already established, you're already established. It's about giving something extra to your clients, but it's also an interest as far as learning more about the subject that you have a passion for.
Yeah, it's kind of complementing, isn't it? It complements, and then it as it's complementing, you're becoming a better mentor, a better coach for whoever your clients are. So, you know, in that aspect, as we're learning and we continue to learn, that changes what you have to offer for your clients, which is fabulous. So would you like to share your screen now and just take us through your profile? I'll just set that so that you can do it. So that should be right now, I think, if you give it a go.
Yes, it looks right to me.
Beautiful.
You can see?
I sure can, yep.
Okay, so why do we go on LinkedIn? It's really, really simple. When we search, the majority of us, and I'd say 90% of us, search on Google. Yeah. Google loves LinkedIn. And so whenever we look at anything to do with business, we're talking about our digital footprint. And I can tell you, matter of fact, there are 3 K-Ridges in the world. 2 of them are in America. One is a real estate agent, and one of them, funny enough, is a really good artist. Now, I've managed through my work on LinkedIn to push them to page 2. So it's all about me on page 1 of LinkedIn, which is what I want.
Okay.
If somebody goes K-Ridge, bang, I'm up there, and they can see everything that I've done. And that's the whole point of it. LinkedIn is all about your credibility, and a lot of it is non-verbal. To give you an example, when you look at the top part of your LinkedIn profile, that is the best possible real estate, digital real estate you can have. So there's a couple of things that we do in regards to your banner. It is your call to action. It is to tell people very briefly what you do. So if you can imagine it's a newspaper, and the first thing that draws you in, why do you think newspapers have images? It's to draw you in to see, oh, what's that? Yeah. And from that, they look at the heading. So the first thing you need to do is have a banner that you can swap and change and tells what you do. For example, mine says creating social media confidence. I also have, do you want to keep going, or do you want me to do it right? Or what do you have to lose? I change them all the time. The only time that I suggest to you that you keep quiet, you don't say anything, is when we have something like a natural disaster, because at that point you're simply not important. Yeah. And it's bad manners to talk about business when there's so much suffering and things like that. Yeah. The next thing that you need to do is your image. Now, do you remember a few minutes ago I said to you a lot of it is non-verbal? If I see an image that's not clear, somebody looking sideways, somebody drinking alcohol, somebody that looks like they're having more fun than they should do for business, it's going to put me off. Yeah. So your image should be 60% of the photo, and your photo should either be black or white behind you. So the person you're looking at is you, and you should be welcoming. That's why my image has me smiling. That's why my image is I'm looking at you. Behind me, it can be a lot busier because, you know, things are happening. There's reasons why you put different banners. Mm-hmm. The next thing, so you've got somebody's attention, they've seen your image, they've now looked at you and gone in their head without speaking, okay, this person seems okay, I'm about to trust them and perhaps pay them some money. What's next? So in a very brief amount of time, you're giving what basically is an elevator pitch. You're saying, this is what I do. And so what does Kay Ridge do? I'll explain what senior means in a minute, and it doesn't mean I'm old, thank you very much. So, what you're looking at is, I'm an aspiring leader. I'm a COIN accredited agent, which is another one of my businesses. I'm a director of Dash Social. I'm an ASBAS consultant. I'm a mentoring for growth. I'm small business advisor, LinkedIn advisor, and small business advocate. That in a nutshell is what I do. I'm in Brisbane. Now, I could put Sunshine Coast, I could put Maleny, but all I'm doing in that area, in that demographic, is shortening my reach.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you put a longer reach and see what you can get from it? And
Right.
from it, you already know that I'm successful because I've got 500 plus connections.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're the things that you need to look at to begin with. All right. Then if we go through, you need to make sure that all of the, if I clicked on COIN, it works. If I click on University of South Australia, it works. The next big thing that you really need to look at is your about section. And this is where you tell your story. It's not going to do it this way. Bear with me, I'll just go home and bring me up, I think. Yeah, oh, see more. So in here is where you get the opportunity to talk more about what you do. And you can, you know, it is not a resume. So there's a few things that you do when you're doing your LinkedIn profile that is quite different. Use your name, Kay, in a lot of places, and use your surname as well. So when somebody's researching you and looking you up, they will find you. Put your company name in. Where you're from, you know, because they might go Kay social media New Zealand. Well, somewhere I will have that in there. Yeah. Incidentally, in the brackets that I was showing you before, that is actually my first name or my maiden name. Right. One client said to me, oh, I don't want my school friends to contact me. I don't even like them. And I said, it's not about that. It's about their connections. Yeah. LinkedIn is all about connections. Okay, so here's another thing that I want you to put in your LinkedIn profile. There's a portion in there that says get to know me, and it's something personal, but it's not about your family, it's about you and something that would be of interest. For example, for me, yes, I've got that I'm a home stylist, I like ice cream, netball, obviously anything to do with the All Blacks. But the big thing for me is I put, most people do not know that I hate water, to either drink it or swim in it. Now, Lucy, you can testify. Have you ever seen me drink water?
You drink water. You've refused water, actually. Yeah. I have a cousin in Europe that doesn't drink water either. Yeah, she won't touch it. She reckons she's allergic to it. She hates it. So, yeah.
I don't, because have you seen what fish do on it? But
yeah, exactly what my husband says.
The thing is, I've just started a conversation with you other than the weather.
Yeah.
And suddenly now you have in front of you a warm lead. They're not cold. You've had a laugh together. You've had a connection. And here's the start.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I would turn around and say to you, oh, look, thanks so much. God, what a laugh. Anyway, how can I help you? And then it's so much lighter. It's so much easier to talk to somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Breaking the ice, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Again, then put your call to action in. Want to test before you invest? Send me an email. Get in contact. Why are you here if you don't want my help? The next thing to look at with the LinkedIn profile, and this is fairly new, it's called your featured. So when you do a post or an activity, you can actually link it as a feature. So when you look at mine, my featured, you'll see that I've got quite a few in here.
Right. All
right, or I can go see all, and you can see them all here.
You're a bit of a Gary V.
I love Gary V, especially since he became a pro LinkedIn. He started a video very recently, and he says LinkedIn is where Instagram and Facebook used to be. So here you go, LinkedIn is the new Facebook. So of course he's an influencer. I'm going to use him because he backs up what I say, not I back up what he says. It's all about me. So then I've gone through and it's all about different activities that you've got. Now, people can follow you. And what happens is that, especially if you're on LinkedIn Premium, which costs you around about $500 a year, if you're not on LinkedIn Premium, which is free, you can have it and they'll go, oh, you're very popular. 30 people have looked at your profile, but they won't tell you who. When you have LinkedIn Premium, they'll tell you who. So I can say, oh, hi, Lucia, I noticed that you looked at my profile.
Yeah.
I could be very witchy and go, I hope you enjoyed yourself, but no, I wouldn't do that. I could say, how can I help you, or can I help you in any way? Let's connect.
Yeah, let's connect. Yeah.
Let's connect. Then what we detail, obviously, is all your experience, all your volunteer experience, your education. And what do you notice that I've done in all of these with my experience? I've put images in. Because images it's rich media and it lifts your SEO, which is your search engine optimization, which again is how I push those other people onto page 2.
Okay.
Any way possible, like when I did my Queensford College or Certificate 4, I put the college in, not because I really care about the college, but because it's rich media that pushes me up further. Now,
those, Kay, sorry. I did mine so long ago that I can't find them. So what do you do in that, that respect?
Does that mean they no longer exist?
Possibly. They've been done through TAFE Queensland and places like that. So they're Cert 3, Cert 4 in...
Take an image of TAFE Queensland, and now TAFE Queensland are now looking after this course.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yep. So as I was mentioning about being a LinkedIn person, here's my credibility.
Right.
So all of these are LinkedIn courses that I've completed.
Right, okay.
All right, and then I've gone through in regards to the other things that I've done. Any associate member you're in, put in. Any volunteer experience, definitely put in, because that rate's higher. That rate's higher than experience.
Oh,
Your
right.
set, make sure that you put in, and one of the most important things that you need to put in is recommendations.
Yeah, yeah.
Please have over 20.
Okay.
All right, and obviously the more recent they are, the better. Now, one great thing about recommendations and why they hold or carry so much weight is you cannot write your own recommendation and put somebody's name on it. I can send you, ask for a recommendation and say, here, this is what I wish I've helped you to say. Please change it if you like, and they can send it back as them. But you can't write it, you can't change it. So Lucy, if you sent me a recommendation, I can either send it back to you and ask you to rewrite it, or I can post it or delete it.
Right, okay, I get you. Yeah, right.
So that's why that part of it is so important.
And that's like a testimonial, right? It's
100%.
Yeah.
Now, there are some places, for example, if you're a physiotherapist or in the medical industry, you can't really get recommendations from your clients because you've got privacy issues.
Yep.
However, there is nothing to stop your colleagues giving you a recommendation.
Okay.
When you do ask for a recommendation, who do you want to ask? Let's say we'll put you in.
Yeah. You'll be there.
Are you there twice?
Yes. That's an old one, so
you need to link them together.
There you go.
So is it the top one that I should go for?
I believe so. Okay, yeah, I think the old.
So then it says select your position at the time. Well, let's say this, because I want to do it as me, I'd say that I direct a solution solver at Dash Social.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go, oh, why won't it let me do that? It won't, select the relationship.
Okay.
So here, that's why it wouldn't work. So I'll just say that you were a client of mine.
Yep.
Then you go next, of which it automatically comes up and says, hi Lucia, could you write me a recommendation? And I can put, here is an example of this. helps you. K is talented, inspirational, da 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 da. And
Fabulous.
thanks. Kate. And always, oh, Kate, hang on. Now you will receive that. You can change it all together.
Yep. Okay.
Send it back to me. And then as you send it back to me, I will get a message saying that you've sent it, and I read it, and then I get the opportunity to either delete it or put it as a recommendation. Now, something else that most people don't know about me is I'm a little bit OCD. So I'm really not good when somebody spells my name wrong. I'm not really good when there's spelling errors in it. So this is a really challenge for me because my name is spelt K-A-Y.
Yep.
One of my very good clients has spelt my name K-A-Y-E. But I posted it because it's not my words.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's another one in there that actually has a spelling error in it. It's not my words.
And it's you can't adjust it. You have to just leave it.
I can't adjust it. I can ask them to rewrite it and spell my name correctly. But I look at it this way, it's personal. It's from that person. So, you know, you're never going to spell your own name wrong.
No.
So it's genuine. So why not leave it in there?
That's this. Yeah.
It says who you are. And then at the bottom, we've got obviously accomplishments where you can put in any of the courses, degrees. And here's another thing that people go, well, why would I put that in? I'll actually go back. The interest, because again, it's commonality.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Not only that, these people write something and obviously I've got them as an interest because I follow them. I can share their post.
Yeah.
That's a post coming now from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, helping my digital footprint.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. Well, I've learned a couple of things there. The Google search for the profile. I wasn't aware of that at all. That was very interesting, Kay. I have got my interest in there, but I really I understand the I guess the testimonial part better. I've got a bit more of a handle on that now. That makes sense a bit better now. But you've helped me work with my LinkedIn profile. So my LinkedIn profile's quite good.
That it does change too. There's a few new things that have come in on it that I'm not even sure. I think I've just taken it off. Let me go home and see if I can bring it up. Oh, I've just made a post on it where this has come up, where it says to access this option, again, select open to below, and it's open to jobs. That's new. That came out today.
Right. So that's when there is a job position available, because I get those notifications all the time.
Yes. So all it's saying at the moment on my profile, I'm self-employed. I don't want to go work for anybody. So they're saying to you, do you want to change it, or do you want to add a profile section? What would you like to do? Okay. So for me, because this is the world that I play in, I've just taken a screenshot of it and put it in as opposed to saying, hey, this is new, what do you think? But there's lots of things in it. Even when you look at your recommendations, the fact that they've used your name, again, helps your digital footprint.
So what would you say, I keep getting notifications that there is a stylist position and I am self-employed. So is that not clear in the banner that I am self-employed, or in the profile? I have to be more clear with it.
No, neither of those. You have to look at your settings. So in your settings, you've actually said that you're open to jobs.
Right. That's possibly on the old page, and it's just transferred over.
You need to go into settings and combine them.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
The other thing that I would suggest you do, because we actually know you as two names.
Yep.
In some of your profile, you should put your name down as Lucy, and also put it down as two different spellings of Lucy.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Because again, it's about being found.
Yes, exactly. So Lucy Peters, or
So Lucy as in Lucy and Lucy as in Lucie.
Yeah, beautiful. Perfect. Thank you, Kay. Now, if anyone wants any info around LinkedIn and would like to discuss any of this stuff with Kay, LinkedIn with Kay, comment in the chat and Kay will send you a link to maybe have a one-on-one conversation with you. So
stop my, oh no, here it is here. I'll just stop the share so that I can go on and put it in the chat.
Beautiful.
I'm offering a free 15 minutes where I can look at your LinkedIn profile and sort of give you some advice.
Beautiful. So popping that in, Kay. While you're popping that in, I have a couple of questions for you. So I'll put this into the chat. I'll actually give it to my VA who will pop it into the chat. So my next question, do you have a go-to style, Kay?
Well, that's a little bit unfair for me, Lucy, because you're my stylist.
Well, you know.
Yes, I do.
Pardon me.
Look, it's because of the type of work I do. Not everybody knows, but that I went with you to Thailand and you were absolutely fantastic and styled me. And at that point, the way the business was going is that all of my clients were more casual clients as far as casual dress clients.
Yep.
Now, as soon as I paid all that money and got all casual wear, I suddenly got all lawyers and solicitors, accountants, very professional people, of which, yes, I can still wear that gear, but I have to dress it up a lot more. And then, of course, then there were some items of clothing that were missing. Like I don't have a suit anymore, and that's probably something that I need to invest in. Simply because those top-end clients, keep in mind that the top-end clients pay me top-end money.
Yeah. So I guess when we're talking about that challenge, then that would be probably your challenge at the moment, is to get that jacket or that coat that is now missing in your wardrobe, I guess.
And because of the type of clients that I'm seeing, it can't really be, it's not that it's not fashionable, but it has to be more style centered, more like the Chanel than the what's current for the moment.
Yeah, exactly. So more classic styling, something that's going to last at least 10 years. So yeah, I get your, so that I guess is a challenge at the moment. Is there any other challenges that you experience when it comes to, you know, that in and out of the car, you know, doing Zoom chats, you know, like, is there anything with your wardrobe that you have experienced some challenges, or is it?
There is, because you're in and out of the car and your clothing can crease, you need to have something that the creases are just going to drop out of, or something that you expect creases to be in, like linen.
Yeah, exactly.
And living in the Queensland climate too, that, you know, one minute we're very, very hot and the next minute I'm putting on a second blanket. So there's some of the challenges that I have. I need to have clothing, for example, that looks smart, that, you know, that doesn't take much to dress up, doesn't take much to put something that's in now that's fashionable. However, this top, for example, should last me, if I don't wear it sort of every week, 10 years. And that is the challenge of trying to find where it's all about balance, and that's the challenge for me. It's finding that right balance. And then there's also, I guess, you know, some clothes that you suggested that I buy. And at the time I thought it was a great idea. And some of them I look at and I just can't wear.
Yeah.
It's a mindset as well.
Yeah.
And I'm used to, as you well know from my wardrobe, I'm generally a navy girl.
Yes.
And so to go into some of those other colours, I find quite challenging.
Yes, I can imagine, because I haven't seen any photos of you with them, and they're such beautiful colours. But Heather, you've got that that beautiful white top that will go with many of those colours. So I'm seeing that too. So yeah.
I have actually a couple of the clothes. I have worn them. I must admit I haven't worn any of the jackets. It seems to it never got that way for me to wear the jackets. And unfortunately the style here has changed. So a lot of the chunky jewelry that I bought has been put away. I'm not giving it away. And I'll have to wait for that comes around again in fashion.
Yep, exactly. So as far as style and you know, working in your business, is there some fashion or some style that has really taken you to that next level? You know, like it's really something that you need more of, maybe, or it's a, you know, something that you possibly have seen it as a really successful item?
It would definitely be the classic style for me, that because it looks professional.
Exactly.
And again, it comes down to my client base. Where I had my client bases that were they were small business, but they tended to be more in the area of, you know, your mechanics or farms or things like that. I still have them. However, I don't need to go and see them. Whereas when you're looking at potential clients, my base, and you know, it happens whether you like it or not, somehow you get directed in a certain way. And so my challenge, I guess, is going to see those people. And then coming back and swapping and being on the phone and having big earrings on that sort of hurts you side of your head as you're trying to talk and you're trying to take your earring off at the same time you're talking. They're probably the challenges mainly that I've had. I mean, one thing that I've learned through doing Zoom is this is your label, this is your brand. So be on brand. This is who I am. This is how I'm meant to be professional. I don't have the degree and all that type of thing behind me, but you can see, for example, I've got a lovely lady that works with me, and you know, all the books in the heater. This is our office, and this is where we work.
Yeah, exactly.
It shows that we do the do, I guess, is where I come from here.
Absolutely. So what advice would you give women who are wanting to create some change in their lives and but aren't really sure where to go about it? So you know, if we, particularly now, we've had COVID and we've had many people that have had changed circumstances. You know, partners have been laid off. They're thinking about a startup business or going into MLM. What would be your, I guess, your advice to those types of people?
The first thing that I would do is do my LinkedIn profile and do it 100%. Social media or digital media is such the point now that you go and apply for something, you even go and see a potential client, you make an appointment, they will Google you.
Yeah.
They're going to see what you like. And if the boss isn't, certainly the receptionist is.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, and LinkedIn is all about your credibility, and it's the non-verbals. If you haven't finished doing your profile, the non-verbal says you don't finish what you start.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
you don't have the right image. You don't care about your image. And
yeah.
it's really interesting that if you put in the right image and the right information, and you know, even volunteer information, it's all so important. It's amazing how much it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
And even those times where you think, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I'm good enough to do this, go back and have a look at your LinkedIn profile. Yes, you are.
Yeah, exactly. I believe, or my thoughts are that since COVID, all of these social media platforms are part of our day-to-day now, almost entirely for businesses. You know, we really need digital media of some sort for communication. So it's vital that, like you said, we get that message out there very, very clearly and very, very precisely. So it's amazing, you know, just in the few short years that I've known you, just the change and the challenges, because as we go through and learn about social media in some way, there's another change and there's another challenge. So you, as a business person, you need to be adaptable to that change and not, dig your heels in and go, oh, phooey, it's not working the way it used to. You've got to try and seek or ask for assistance and guidance, and then try and do it yourself or with the person that is guiding you and assisting you. So good recommendations there, Kay. So
I would suggest that don't be on every single social media. You don't have enough time, and doing that is not going to bring in an income for you. So choose two.
Yeah.
If you can't post every day, post once a week, but make sure you post once a week.
Yeah, exactly. Consistency, right? It's about the consistency, the momentum, and the consistency. So, Kay, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Myself in 5 years. It's interesting that you've seen that. I've taken a path. I'm very much a person that looks at every single opportunity that comes through my front door.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much, my family will go, I can't believe you do this. But I will give everything a go, and I give it a good go, and then I make the decision whether it's for me or not for me. For me, I'm actually branching out into another area. I'm looking at a digital currency. I'm actually an accredited agent for Coin. So if anybody wants to know anything about it, please let me know. But I see it two ways. I see me progressing in that, and that Coin probably as an agent has a 2-year lifespan, of which I plan to be extremely successful, of which time in 2 years' time I'll be retired. Having said that, I'm still going to run Dash Social. And as that gets busier, I'll just oversee it, because I've got a brilliant lady working for me as well.
Yeah.
And because she's younger, she looks at things quite differently. So we've got this older person that is good with older clients, and she's very good with the snazzy new things. Like, I've got her on TikTok. I know you do TikTok. I can't do TikTok. I say, look, you do the TikTok, you do the Pinterest, and I'll do LinkedIn and Facebook, and we'll share Instagram if you like. So to be honest, I'm looking to work very, very hard over the next 2 years, and then I would like to ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, beautiful. We might go traveling somewhere, Kay, together.
I did promise that you'd take me to
Holland.
Czechoslovakia and Holland and Italy and a few other places I'm sure I've got a recording of somewhere.
Yeah, Greece, I think it's on the list as well, with our beautiful friend Adi. So thank you, Kay, for your time. It's actually 5:45, so we've been talking for a while.
I don't have any messages from anybody, but if they'd like to send me an email, please do. hello@-social.com.au.
I've asked Reg to put the www that you shared with me, -social.com.au. So I've asked Reg to share that as well, so that if anyone wants a 15-minute chat with you, they can book in and have some time with you. So thank you so much, Kay, for all your time. I look forward to catching up with you. I've spoken to a friend of ours today up at Mullaney, and we're going to try and do a catch up there somewhere at some time, hopefully before Christmas. So thank you so much. Bye for now, everyone. If you do want to get in touch with the beautiful Kay Ridge, please message me in the chat, and I will forward your details to her, or I'll message you with her link. So thank you, and see you next Thursday. Bye for now.